Hey guys, what's up? How have you been? Hope you're all doing fine and you're all ready to consume more content from the digital marketing update sessions that I bring to you every week. Now, there's a small update going forward. I'm really sorry about my throat. I have a sore throat, and kindly bear with my voice, which sounds like someone else's voice today, but you can't help it. So, first things first, a lot of people have been commenting after watching my sessions that the content is good, but there was one feedback nevertheless that all of them felt that the content was too much to consume and it's too long, and that people might not be able to find the time to sit and grasp everything at once. So they wanted the content to be more bite-sized, or it could be more enjoyable because it's not too long. And I mean, you can't avoid the fact that when you have a lot of content, that's a turn off in some cases where people say that, this is 40 minutes and I don't have that kind of time. So I've decided that instead of a weekly digest, we would be doing a daily digest going forward. Yes, it's more work for me, and it's more work for you to consume content every day. But I think it was one of the viable solutions that we could come up with compared to consuming long content, large amounts of content once in a week compared to bit-sized information that you can consume every day. So I thought that was more reasonable. So let's get started, and welcome to the Digital Marketing Weekly. Welcome to the Digital Marketing Daily Digest. My name is Casey. You're with Digital Titans. Stay tuned for the updates today. All right, welcome back. So let's start with Facebook today for a change, and this is not so good news considering. All of us are aware of the recent data privacy situation that Facebook was caught in, and they've been facing a lot of discussions with the system left, right, and center. Now, following that activity, where a lot of people felt there are certain data privacy issues, and it's strange that 25% of the American population have deleted their Facebook apps from their mobile phones. Now, that's too large a number to ignore, and unless Facebook comes up with something really uh, uh, convincing people that there are no issues, or that it has been taken care of, it is going to be a big problem, because 25% of people, the American population, deleting their Facebook mobile apps sounds really scary. And the next update that I have about Facebook is launching a flights ad, where it would be helping advertisers to target people who are searching for flights to travel. Now, this option was available earlier under something called as dynamic ads for travel on Facebook, and now they're exclusively making it for flight searches. And this would be able to help travel providers or advertisers, or apps like Hopper, who would be able to tell you the best time and the best time zone where you could find cheaper tickets. Now, these guys could go ahead and start advertising for flight searches going forward, and it is really going to help, considering this is the holiday season. I think it'll really help Facebook to get hold of these advertisers, which in turn will help the advertisers to find more leads or customers, because this is the holiday season. Let's see what's Google up to. Now, Google Search Console, which has been in the beta version since the beginning of this year, is out of beta version now. Now it is out of beta, and people are it will be rolled out to all of them, which I assume it has already been done. Now, the second thing about Google that I would want to talk about today is you can include your Google reviews or third-party reviews from Yelp or any other maps, your reviews on Google Maps, or now you would be able to include all these reviews in your websites. Now, the only catch there is, now these cannot be reviews which are fake reviews. Now, these cannot be syndicated, where you have exchanged reviews, or you have used bots or automated systems to get these reviews written for you. You cannot have these where you hire people to get those reviews done. Now, that shows up. Now, when you have these kind of things happening, now that is the only situation where you would not be able to integrate them, which are called as markup reviews. Now, those you cannot have markup reviews added on your website. But apart from that, as long as you're convinced that these reviews are genuine and you have not tried to play around with the system, you should be able to add all these reviews to your websites going forward. Now, the third piece of information that I have about Google is Google has introduced something called as DATASET search. Now, how about this? Let me ask you a question. How about, I just want to understand that I'm coming up with a product for all the veterans in the US. Now, I just want to understand what is the size of this audience. Now, only certain organizations from the government would have access to this information. Now, who do I check with? Who do I call? I mean, you can't always rely upon the data that you get from Google.com. Okay, fine. I go to Google.com, put in how many veterans are there in US as of 2018. Now, that's fine, but who is giving me that data? That depends upon the source of the data as well. Now, it could be quite tricky there. So, to avoid things like that, you have certain genuine government organizations providing you this kind of data, and now that can be done with Google data search, DATASET search. Now, how do you access Google data search? Just Google. Just go to Google, search for Google dataset search. You should be able to get the URL. I just tried, and then it absolutely works. All of us remember Facebook trending, right? I mean, what articles were trending? Now we know what hashtags are trending on Twitter. Now all these platforms have trending searches or trending information. Google has Google Trends where it shows you the trending information, right? Now, if you want to understand what searches or what keywords are specifically trending on Google, this is the time. Google Search is introducing a trending searches option where you could look at all the set of keywords which are trending as of today. I had a lot of clients and a lot of friends who approached me who were into tech support services. Now, I had a friend who was providing tech support to people in the US. Now, when he tried, obviously he has heard about a lot of things about Google AdWords, and he said Google AdWords could really help my business. And when he started doing that, he was getting disapproved left, right, and center. He was like, "Can you help me out? And how does this work?" and things like that. Now, there was a phase when Google had a ban on these kind of ads, where any ad where you're trying to promise or to provide tech support to people, your ads were getting disapproved. Now, there is no blanket ban as of now. Google will not directly disapprove your ad if you're trying to provide tech support, but they've made it a little strict. Now, there are certain restrictions that Google will start imposing if you're trying to provide tech support services. You can find out if these guys are genuine. They're not trying to take other people for a ride. They're not advertising wrong information. They're genuine. They're certified. They're verified. Now, Google will start slowly taking these measures to identify if these guys are verified. Now, since we're talking about Google, wouldn't hurt much to talk about YouTube in the same order. Now, there are two updates that I have about YouTube. Today, YouTube has launched something called as YouTube Originals in India. No, it is not completely out, and no, it is not completely accessible to people as yet. Now, if you want to get, or if you want to be a part of YouTube Originals, you will have to be a part of the YouTube Premier program. If you want to be a part of the YouTube Premier program, it is only available to a selected set of countries. It is not yet out in India. It will be out soon. And once it is out, all of us will be able to understand how the process works. But the good news is YouTube Originals is in India. It's coming to India. Now then you have something called as YouTube Black or YouTube Dark theme that's going to roll out to Android phones very soon. Now, what this does is this is a little soothing theme that you have on your YouTube. You can just activate this theme where the background turns a little black and it is less stressful and more soothing. And in case you want to watch videos on YouTube after hours, like in the night, then maybe it will not strain your eye and it will be a little soothing for you. And if you want to activate, I've included a link below and you will be able to see how you can activate the dark theme on Android phones. Now, it was already available in the iOS operating system. Now it's out to the Android phones. We have not been talking about Snapchat for a long time. Now, I think it's time. So we will start including Snapchat in our discussions. Now, Snapchat has come up with a new Snapchat sunglasses, or Snap sunglasses as they're very famously referred to. Now, a lot of the old models of Snap glasses were a little quirky, and those were not the ones that you would wear and flaunt or you would walk around in them, right? Now, the new set of glasses, the new set of Snap glasses that are launched, they seem like real sunglasses with the capability of Snap sunglasses, and these are really good, and these look like real sunglasses with good a style statement to it, and these could be worn. I mean, when you go out, or when you can even flaunt these. Basically, is what I mean. Now, then we have something to talk about Twitter. Now, Twitter has been experimenting with their interface. Now, they have started experimenting with threaded replies, which means now it will not be a post by post by post now. A tweet by tweet by tweet now. It will be like a thread where you can see the discussions or conversations with a lot of group of people. It makes more meaningful. So they're trying to test the conversation-based, thread-based messaging on Twitter. Now they've made a lot of changes to their interface. They've been experimenting with certain colors where, just to see if it's a direct message or if it is somebody tagged you. Now to get all those things, you can just go to your Twitter profile and you would see those slight color changes where there's a dark blue and a purple, and you will understand what these things mean. Twitter has introduced a Twitter for web for select accounts. Now these are not available to anybody. Everybody. Now, if you really want to experiment with what Twitter for web is all about, if you can just try logging into Twitter from your desktop. If it's available, it's available. If it is not available, then there's nothing much you can do apart from staying tuned. And Twitter says, "Stay tuned. We'll be out soon." Now, if you look at these things, now what they have, the additional functionality that Twitter web might have is you can bookmark certain tweets. And I think we have discussed about this in the previous weekly digest, where you can bookmark certain tweets and you can refer to them when you have free. I said, when you're a little jobless, you could come back and refer to these tweets. Now, time for the updates from the big daddy, which is Instagram. Now, I have really exciting pieces of information about Instagram today. Instagram is planning to launch its new standalone shopping app. Now, e-commerce was the only thing which was left where Instagram was not doing anything much. Now, I think it's there. I mean, you can start purchasing things from Instagram on its e-commerce app, which is the shopping app. It's a standalone app, which means it is not going to be a part of Instagram. It's called as IG Shopping. I'm assuming it would be like something like IGTV. Now, as of now, you already have options where you can add certain product-related pages to your stories and on Instagram. Now you can link people to go to your product-related pages, which is already there. Now we're talking about a standalone shopping app that Instagram is going to launch, which is called as IG Shopping. Now, the second thing is when you're DMing someone, when you're direct messaging someone, there are a list of very emoticons or emoji shortcuts that you have, which are easily accessible. Now you don't have to tap and scroll down to find your emojis. Now they're already there in terms of shortcuts. Now the third most exciting feature about Instagram that I have today is it is not something new. I believe it has been there for a long time earlier. Now there's a super zoom feature that you can use to actually zoom elements into your stories. Now I'm talking about you trying to create a story. Click on story, click on video, and you will see an option called super zoom. Now click on super zoom and you can press and hold, and if you slide it slightly up, it just zooms into your face and it can be added as a story. These are really cool. Some of them have done cool effects with your with cats, with your products, and I think this could be a really interesting feature to try and check out. Now the last piece of information that I have is WhatsApp is slowly crawling and trying to make a lot of, I think it's like the underdog. WhatsApp has always been the underdog because it's just a plug and play system. I mean, the moment you figure out what your grand scheme of plan is going to be, or what is your grand scheme of things that you're planning to do, once you have come up with that, all you need to do is plug your WhatsApp and it's good to go. Now the updated WhatsApp has a feature to search your statuses. Now if you want to search the status of somebody in your contact list, you could just go to your status in your WhatsApp, scroll down, there's a search box, put in your friend's name, and then you will see what their status is all about. Now, I did not try to find it initially, but when I went back to the App Store and updated my WhatsApp, I was able to find it. Now I think that's about it for today, and I will see you soon, hopefully with a better throat tomorrow, with a new set of updates. And please remember, all I'm trying to do here is try and get you the best of the updates at one place so that you don't have to struggle with all the pieces of information that you find on all the other websites. And it is a lot of time and effort. While I am already investing the effort, you don't have to just leave it to me and start consuming my content if you really appreciate this. And this is another request to subscribe to my channel if you already have not, and please hit on the notification icon because you don't want to miss an update and start spending time on researching on all the other websites. I think any feedback, any comments that you may have, you know what to do. Just hit me up in the comments, and I take them really, really seriously, and I really want to improve and in delivering whatever the best I can for you is. Thank you so much. Cheers. Hopefully you have a good day and see you soon. Cheers. And hey, I forgot. There was another suggestion that was given to me. Before you actually watch the video, just go through the description. You'll see a list of things that I've been discussing in this video. And if you don't want to get an update on something, you can skip those and you can directly go to the one that interests you. Thanks for coming back.